afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, teacher.
How are you doing today?
Tired.
You're tired. I'm so sorry to hear. I am Miss Swaby, alright? And with me are some of my colleagues. We're on a teaching practice activity for today, and we're assigned to you to do some teaching. So as I said before, I'm Miss Swaby.
I'm Mrs. Grant. I'm Mrs. Gordon.
I'm Miss Walters.
And I'm Mrs. Blair.
Alright. So you'll see them doing different parts in this activity today, alright? Thank you, colleagues. Now, I'm just going to mark the register. Please listen for your name. Tiffany?
Here.
Good. Keisha?
Here.
Good. Richie?
Present. Present.
Good. Jennifer?
Here.
Where's Matilda?
She didn't come today.
Did you get a message from Matilda? I know she's your friend. Did you get a message from her?
Yeah, she's not feeling well.
Not feeling well. Alright.
They usually stuff school together, you know.
Yes, they're normally together. That's why I asked her. Alright. Okay, class. Now, I just want to go over a few of the class rules. Remember to raise your hand when you have a question. Alright? Remember that I'm not expecting you to be talking when somebody else is talking. Remember to respect the opinions of others. So no matter what your colleagues say, remember not to laugh. Alright? No eating or drinking in class and no chewing of gum. That being said, what I'm going to be doing now, I'm just going to be putting you into two groups. And since you're already seated this way, I'll just keep these two groups. Okay? I'm going to be giving you a piece of paper, or a couple pieces of paper. And what I'm going to be asking you to do is to unscramble the letters to tell us which system it is that we are doing today. Alright, as you know, this is biology class. See if you could figure out which system we are doing today. The first group of scientists, just raise your hand and let me know.
We got it.
Yeah. You got it?
Yes, miss.
Tell me which system you're got.
Digestive system.
Good job. Give your colleagues a hand. Good job. So today, as your colleagues so rightly stated, we'll be looking at the digestive system. Now what I want you to do is to think about the last meal that you ate. Think about what you ate at lunchtime. You want to tell us what you ate, Keisha?
Miss, I ate bun and cheese.
You ate bun and cheese. Oh, tell me about the bun and cheese. How did it make you feel? Did you feel full?
Yes, miss. I'm very sleepy as well.
And very sleepy as well. Alright, that normally happens after we eat, and the heat will do that as well. Alright, so Keisha has told us how she feels after eating her meal. Now, let's just go ahead and look at our objectives. At the end of this session, what we're hoping is that you'll be able to tell us what digestion is,
Yes.
that you'll be able to tell us the structures of a digestive system, that you'll be able to explain what each structure does, that you'll be able to describe the process of digestion and absorption of food in the alimentary canal. You'll be able to describe what happens to the products of digestion after they are absorbed. So we're trying to meet all these objectives today. Now, can one person tell me in your own words what you think digestion is? One person. Don't want to hear from Keisha because I heard from her before. Yes, Richie.
That's when you chew in your food, right?
Okay.
And then the body breaks it down,
Right.
and then the body use up the food.
Thank you very much. Give Richie a hand. Good job, Richie. I'm so proud of you. That's actually very, very good. Now, what we're saying is that digestion is the process by which large particles are broken down into small particles to be absorbed by the body. So like you eat a piece of bread, it's large and it's broken down into small particles and the body uses it up. Alright? What I want you to do is to make note of this definition. Open your book, take out your pencils, and just write down this definition. Write it down for me quickly. Alright. And what I wanted to do is look at the most important terms in this definition and underline them. Remember, I'm telling you now that this will be coming on the test next week. Alright? So make sure you know it. I'm going to be handing over to Mrs. Gordon. And what Mrs. Gordon is going to be telling you is the structures of the digestive system. Alright? So welcome, Miss Gordon. Mrs. Gordon. Okay.
So we have at least 8 structures of the digestive system, and I would like, well, we have questions, so I would like you to explain, not explain, would like to name the structures of the digestive system. I'm going to call a name randomly, and each type that you'll be getting, you'll be practically wearing that tag for the rest of the class. Okay,
Call my name, miss. I love to go first.
Keisha?
Yes, miss.
Give me one structure.
Mouth.
Okay. That's good. Excellent.
Thank you, miss.
Richie, give me one structure.
The stomach?
That is correct. That is correct. So you did the stomach for today.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good job, Richie.
Thank you.
One more structure.
That looks like the liver.
The liver. Good, Jennifer. Good job, Jennifer. So you didn't need the liver for today. One more structure.
Pancreas.
The pancreas. Good job. So you did the pancreas for today. We have 4 other structures. Who else can give me another structure? Keisha.
The large intestine.
The large intestine.
If I read it last time.
Lovely,
Yeah.
lovely.
So you know this even the face. You read it last
No, I'm always reading.
Richie, since you are talking, give me another structure.
Keisha, give me one.
Small intestine.
Small intestine.
That is correct.
Thank you. Keisha is my friend, you know. She always reading.
Jennifer.
The esophagus.
Esophagus. Lovely. I will have one more structure left.
Gallbladder.
The gallbladder. Excellent. Now, the person that has the mouth. Who can show me where the mouth is?
Oh, I see. There's the mouth, miss.
Yeah.
In red. In red.
That's not the mouth, that's the liver. The purple one.
Go. So Keisha, let's stand and give me the 2 structures that you have there.
Okay, class, I have the mouth and the large intestines.
Okay, everybody, so write down those 2 structures in your book. The mouth and the large intestine. Now Richie, what 2 structures you have there?
I have the stomach and the small intestine.
Good. Good job. Now, you write those 2 structures in your book. Now Jennifer, your 2 structures are?
Okay, I have the liver and the esophagus.
Good job. So write down those 2 structures again. And Tiffany, what structures do you have?
I have gallbladder and pancreas.
Good job. Complete the 8 structures, so you're supposed to have 8 structures in your book. Okay? So everybody has those?
Yes, miss.
Now Miss Walters will be coming to give to explain all these structures to you, okay?
Okay, miss.
All right, class. So we have gone through the 8 structures. We have identified them. So now we're going to talk about the functions, because all these structures are functions, right? All right, Keisha, I'm going to be starting with you. I want you to tell me what you think the function of the mouth is.
Okay, miss. So I use my mouth
Yes.
to break down food, and this is done by chewing the food.
All right. Excellent job,
Thank
Keisha.
you.
Good job. Great, great. So we're going behind Keisha. We're going to Richie. What do you think is the function of the stomach, Richie?
Okay, my stomach, I use my stomach to chemically and mechanically digest the food to help it to produce chyme. And then, the stomach produces the chyme to break it down.
All right. Excellent job, Richie. You did some reading last night, didn't you? Good job.
I hope we can explain.
Good. Good, miss. All right. Good job. All right. So, Jennifer, I see you have the esophagus. Please tell me what you think the function of the esophagus is.
Okay, I think that the esophagus is it's a tube and it helps to food to go down into the stomach.
Excellent job. You're absolutely right. And finally, we have Shanique. Please tell me what you think the function of the pancreas is.
It has the enzymes that breaks down the nutrients in the food, like carbohydrate, protein, fats.
Excellent job. I see you some reading. Good job. All right. So everybody, we have. There's our color.
Ready?
Ready? All right. So we also have the large intestine. Yes. We have the small intestine that's on Richard's clothes. We also have the liver, and we have the gallbladder, and that encompasses the 8 structures of the
Digestive system.
excellent job. So we're going to go through to look at these functions, and I want you to write them down because we're going to be doing an activity at the end. So we want you to have these functions written down in your books. All right, quickly. All right, excellent. Have we all written them down? Because we started to write before, right?
Yes.
Good. So now we're going to hand over to Miss Grant, who's going to go through how the process actually works. All right, good. So welcome, Miss Grant.
Thank you. Hello, good boys and girls. How are you today?
Fine.
Okay, good. You have all learned the structures.
Yes.
Now we're going to learn how the structures help in digestion.
Yes.
Now, look at a plate of food. You had bun and cheese.
Yes,
good. All right. Richie, when you see a nice plate of rice and peas and chicken, what happens?
Sometimes my mouth starts to water. Why?
Oh, beautiful. That is what happens when you see a big plate of rice and peas and chicken. You start to salivate, so the saliva starts to form in your mouth. Okay. So when we start, we eat the food, and as Richie said, you chew it with your teeth. So we chew the chicken and the rice and peas. We make it smaller, because remember those particles are big. So right at the salivary gland, see the salivary gland there? This now the saliva, or what we call it. You know what we call it?
Wow, we don't want to call that word.
You know what to call it? Okay. All right, we call it spit. Yes, same thing. What it does is that it breaks down, it makes the food soft, and it breaks down that food that you're eating. Now, the tongue, see the tongue there? What the tongue does, the tongue is what produces the salivary gland. The tongue helps you in moving the food around in your mouth, and so the food moves to the back of your throat, and then it goes down into the esophagus.
Oh,
Yes, so esophagus, see, look like a pipe?
Yes.
Yes, it looks like a pipe. It goes down the pipe, and then it goes into your stomach. No, the stomach is like a mixer. So you have a lot of activities going on in the stomach.
So I always hear that sound.
Yes, you hear that sound.
Okay.
Yes, so the stomach is
Yes.
moving the food, and it is churning it. We call it churn. Now the food that is in the stomach, see the stomach there? Now the food inside the stomach, you have a lot of enzymes, all right? And what these enzymes do is that they break down the particles, make it smaller and ready for the body to use. Now remember that the body can't use the rice and peas directly. The body has to break it down and then take what it wants. No, it moves along, and then it goes and it stops right there, right here. Now, right there is known as the small intestine, the first part of the small intestine. You see how that small intestine long and it coil up? Anybody ever see like a goat and you know what you call that? Tripe. Same thing you call tripe. When you eat it, the goat tripe. Yes.
Okay.
Now right there where you see the gallbladder, because you learn about the structures, the gallbladder, the pancreas, and the liver, some come from all of them. So they secrete some juice, and right in that area, all those juices go right in that small intestine. Now remember, digestion is still going on. After the food, some of the food start to go inside the bloodstream. So along these lines here, is where you have the blood vessels, and then the food starts to absorb. So the food is in a position now where the body can start utilizing it or use it up, and so therefore it starts to go into the small inside the bloodstream. Now, after it leaves, go down, it then enters into that green structure there, which is known as the large intestine. Yes, the large intestine. Now, in the large intestine, as the food moves along in the large intestine, it takes out some of the water. So just like what it does in the small intestine, in the large intestine, it starts to take out some of the water. And so as it moves along, takes out some of the water until it reaches right at that little part down there. Everybody see that little part there? Known as the rectum. And then it moves through there.
Venus.
And what is it that anybody know what that is called? Okay, all right. We all know what it is. All right? So, okay, ladies, that is it. Boys and girls, that is the process of digestion. Everybody understand?
Yes.
Okay, good, excellent. Now, what I want you to do is that you're going to form in groups. So I want you to together in the front work, you in the back, and you're going to write a 4-line jingle for me on digestion. 1 minute. Ready now? Richie, ready with the jingle?
I have no jingle.
You didn't write a jingle?
No, I can't think of any right now.
Anybody?
You want to hear mine?
Yes, I want to hear your jingle.
Mouth make for eat.
Okay? Mouth make for eat.
I have one, and I have one. When I eat, you chew, just like that. When I eat, you chew, just like that.
Excellent. Now my colleague is going to take over, Mrs. Blair is going to take over from me, and she's going to talk about what happens after the food is digested, what really happens.
Hello boys and girls, how are you? Good. Yes, so you have heard so much about the process of digestion. Have you ever thought about what happens after absorption? Yes, anybody? So you have eaten that big plate of rice and peas and chicken. What happens next? I'm here to tell you about that. Okay. Now, this afternoon, we'll be focusing on the 3 macronutrients. What happens to carbohydrates, what happens to protein, and fats. All right, so I want you all to turn your attention to the slide, and I want one student to look at the pictures, and then you're going to tell me your impression. What is it that this slide is saying to you? Hands up. Who will go first? Yes, Keisha.
Okay. So it's saying that when I eat the biscuits,
Yes.
it breaks down into glucose.
Right.
Yes, and glucose, it can help. It gives me energy. Like I'm doing right now. Yes.
Right. That's right. Very good. Put your hands together for Keisha. Right. So just as Keisha says, when you eat the cookies, you get carbohydrate. And then the carbohydrate will break down into smaller particles known as glucose. Now the body will use the glucose to give you that energy. It's like how Usain Bolt can run fast. What do you think give him the energy? It's the carbohydrate, give him that glucose, right? And the other functions of glucose, too, the liver stores excess glucose as glycogen, because you have to remember the body will not use up all the glucose in one go, right? And number 3, it will also store some of the glucose as fat. So Remember now, don't eat too much carbohydrates, lest you will pack on the fat on your body. Next slide. All right, now we're looking at protein. Can somebody else look at this slide and tell me your impression?
So the protein,
Yes, Richie?
you eat your proteins, say from your beans, your greens, your nuts,
That's right.
and then it goes into amino acids, and it helps to build the tissues and the cells,
That's
and the muscle and the
right.
bone.
That's right. Put your hands together for Richie. Yes. So when we eat our beans and our grains and our nuts, those are broken down to amino acids, and amino acids will help to repair damaged tissues and cells, help to maintain your muscle mass and bone, forms enzymes that speed up chemical reactions, just like we were talking about the food that we eat and the digestive process. It also forms plasma protein. And did you know that protein also gives you energy?
Wow.
Yes, so not only the carbohydrates. And finally, can somebody look at the slide and tell me what happened to fat?
Okay. with
Yes,
the fat,
Jennifer.
When I eat the burger and the fries,
Yes.
that forms the fat, and the fat breaks down into smaller parts,
Yes.
and that is stored in the body, like under my arms, and that's how come we have people. I see some big fat people with a lot of meat under their arms. That's from eating fat.
Right. Put your hands together. Well said, well said. So the fats will be broken down to fatty acids, and then this is how the body uses the fatty acid. Some will be stored as adipose tissues, as Jennifer said, some fatty things under the arm and all over the body. Some will also be used to form cell membrane. And thirdly, fat will also help to provide energy. Thank you, students. You are such lovely, bright students. And to close this session off, Miss Walters will come to you at this time.
Some girls are going to be handing out some handouts here. I just want you to be able to label the different parts of the digestive system and match as well. Match the functions beside the name of the structures that you have there. Alright, so use the first handout to label very quickly, and use the other one to just match the structure to the function that is on the paper. 2 minutes. While you are there writing, I want you to make a nice poster that basically is just showing how the process of digestion works after you have eaten a nice plate of rice and peas. So that is due next week, Friday. So I expect to see some lovely posters next week, Friday. Right,
Yes,
boys and
miss.
girls?
Yes, miss.
Excellent. Around to look and see what you are doing.
Ready again.
Good job. Good job, Keisha. Good
Thank
job.
you, miss.
Yes, doing well. Remember to put this paper in your bag. Okay, homework. Yes, it is correct, Keisha. Good job. It is correct.
Thank you,
Excellent.
miss.
You're welcome, Keisha. Good job. Good job, Shani. Well, students, well done, well done, well done. I must say we're extremely proud of you. You have done a very good job today. We want to thank you for participating and being such good students.